because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
I never even cashed a check still. Have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything when everything is okay.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
In a dramatic twist, Floyd Mayweather is reportedly on the run after ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith revealed explosive financial documents during a live broadcast. These papers allegedly expose Mayweather's involvement in a $40 million financial scandal. Reports indicate that federal authorities have now issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who has long criticized Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle, suggested this is just the beginning of a much larger story. Fans and critics are stunned as the undefeated champion's empire appears to be collapsing. This is a developing story, with more information expected to emerge soon.
There has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather. What's good with this?
Are we? What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking.
Got it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is being. You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. There's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them, 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's legal and financial issues have frequently been the subject of public speculation. On one occasion, he revealed that his lawyers had advised him to remain silent on certain matters, assuring him they would handle everything behind the scenes. Despite this guidance, Mayweather made it clear that his hunger for wealth and luxury remained intact. He openly shared his ongoing desire for private jets, lavish mansions, and the opulence he had grown accustomed to. His comments revealed that, while his legal team worked to resolve his disputes, Mayweather's primary focus was still on sustaining his extravagant lifestyle. His insistence on keeping financial matters private, combined with his relentless pursuit of riches, portrays a man determined to maintain his status. Even as legal troubles and rumors swirl around him, Mayweather seems unshaken in his quest for wealth, reflecting a mindset rooted in personal gain despite the pressure of legal and financial challenges. This perspective adds complexity to his legacy and illustrates the true cost of fame.
My private jets, I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, and of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
Stephen A. Smith has consistently expressed admiration for Floyd Mayweather, frequently praising his legendary career. He often highlights Mayweather's ability to remain undefeated throughout the latter part of his boxing journey, emphasizing his exceptional discipline, flawless defense, and strategic brilliance. Smith regards Mayweather as a master tactician, someone who not only fought to win, but also fought to avoid defeat. His fighting style combined intelligence with precision, making him a dominant and formidable figure in the ring. For Smith, Mayweather's legacy isn't just about numbers or titles. It's about his complete control over the sport and the brilliance with which he executed every bout. Smith's continued praise underscores Mayweather's influence on boxing, stressing that his methods and mindset have set a standard of excellence respected by fans and analysts alike. In Smith's view, Floyd Mayweather's greatness is indisputable and remains a benchmark for fighters who follow in his footsteps.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, "I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me."
After transitioning into exhibition matches following his retirement, Floyd Mayweather began receiving far less praise than before. His return to the ring, particularly in the bout against Logan Paul, was met with heavy criticism. Stephen A. Smith was especially vocal in expressing his disapproval, stating that the match lacked any real competitive significance. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, wasn't seen as a credible opponent for someone of Mayweather's stature. According to Smith, the event felt more like a cash grab than a moment of boxing greatness. This decision, in his opinion, tarnished Mayweather's once immaculate reputation. Critics agreed, noting that the fight lacked the intensity, stakes, and purpose that defined Mayweather's previous career. Smith emphasized that the choice to take on exhibition matches appeared to shift Mayweather's focus from preserving his legacy to prioritizing financial profit.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Stephen A. Smith didn't limit his criticism to just the Logan Paul exhibition. He repeatedly expressed concern over Mayweather's entire approach to post-retirement fights. While Smith acknowledged and even understood the appeal of the Conor McGregor bout, citing McGregor's background in combat sports, he felt the exhibitions that followed were lacking in legitimacy. According to Smith, the issue wasn't simply that Mayweather was still fighting, it was that he was choosing opponents significantly beneath his skill level purely for financial benefit. Smith argued that this undermined the hard-earned credibility and dominance that Mayweather had built throughout his career. He emphasized that Mayweather, once known for seeking out real challenges and fighting for glory, now seemed focused solely on easy paydays. This shift, Smith believed, significantly changed how the public viewed Mayweather. Instead of being celebrated for his unmatched skills, Floyd was increasingly seen as someone exploiting his fame rather than continuing to elevate the sport. For Smith, this change in values risked damaging the legacy that Mayweather had spent years crafting.
What I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
The turning point in Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career became clear when he was asked why he chose to fight Logan Paul rather than a more formidable opponent like Tyson Fury. His response was simple: Logan had more social media followers. This answer deeply concerned critics like Stephen A. Smith, who interpreted it as a sign that Mayweather's priorities had shifted away from competition and legacy. Instead of choosing opponents based on challenge or skill, he appeared to be selecting them based on fame and potential revenue. The decision to fight a YouTuber with limited boxing experience, rather than a seasoned professional, was seen as a move driven by marketing rather than sportsmanship. Smith and others argued that this was a departure from the athlete Mayweather once was, a fighter motivated by greatness. Instead, it now seemed he was chasing clout and paydays, leaving fans and analysts to question what he was really fighting for.
Fight Logan Paul.
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million. Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Floyd Mayweather was once hailed as the highest paid athlete in the world, not just in boxing, but in all of sports. This status reflected more than just his achievements in the ring. It was also due to his sharp business acumen, ability to promote blockbuster fights, and a knack for making lucrative deals. His reputation as a financial mastermind seemed untouchable. But as new information and rumors surface, cracks are beginning to show in that image. Questions are being raised about the security of his finances, with reports hinting that things may not be as stable as they once seemed. The man who proudly flaunted his wealth and touted his flawless financial strategies is now under intense scrutiny. Some wonder if the lavish displays of money were built on solid financial footing or merely served as a facade. These revelations have led fans and critics to reconsider the legacy of Mayweather not just as a boxer, but as a businessman and to reflect on what his success may have truly cost.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3-4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
Logan Paul has come forward with allegations that Floyd Mayweather still owes him between $1 million and $3 million from their June 2021 exhibition match. According to Paul, this amount comes from pay-per-view revenue that was never delivered. In a 2020 interview with TMZ Sports, Paul expressed his frustration and announced plans to take legal action against Mayweather. Mayweather, however, has denied the claims, stating that Paul has already been paid and that delays in payouts are common in the boxing industry. The disagreement centers around the distribution of earnings from the fight, with Paul accusing Mayweather of mishandling the funds and failing to honor their agreement. Despite Mayweather's insistence that such delays are normal, Paul remains determined to pursue the matter in court. The dispute sheds light on the financial risks and behind-the-scenes complications involved in organizing major exhibition events, and it raises broader questions about trust and transparency in boxing deals.
Is that something that you can't disclose
No,
right now?
he has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just.
Nah, I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So.
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather has had a long and complicated relationship with the law, and his immense wealth hasn't protected him from facing legal issues over the years. He has been entangled in a series of legal disputes, even serving jail time on several occasions. Despite his success, Mayweather has publicly expressed a feeling of restricted freedom, emphasizing that the fame and fortune he's earned have come at a personal cost. His ongoing run-ins with the justice system suggest a pattern, often linked to his financial behavior and high-profile lifestyle choices, whether it's lawsuits over unpaid debts or other allegations tied to his opulence. Legal problems have continually followed him. These incidents cast a shadow over his achievements, revealing a side of his life that goes beyond the glitz and glory of his career. While Mayweather's ability to generate wealth is undeniable, the challenges he faces in managing it reveal the burden of fame and the complex consequences of living in the public eye.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, you know, in my children's life.
Rapper 50 Cent has also weighed in on Floyd Mayweather's financial behavior, sharing details from a time when he managed Mayweather Promotions while Floyd was incarcerated. During that period, 50 Cent claimed he invested millions of dollars to keep the business afloat. But once Mayweather was released, the rapper alleges that Floyd failed to acknowledge or repay his contributions. This account sheds light on Mayweather's financial dealings and how they've affected his personal relationships. According to 50 Cent, Floyd appeared ungrateful, forgetting the support he received during a difficult time. Mayweather, in response, dismissed the claim, stating that he never asked 50 to step in. This interaction painted a picture of a man who often puts self-interest above loyalty and commitment. Mayweather's response reinforced the narrative that he values independence and control, even if it means burning bridges. As a result, his history is marked not only by victories in the ring, but also by strained relationships and unresolved business tensions.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, I was concerned about him because I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would call a friend would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. He can do anything and they still stay there because it's like
yes man.
Right, yeah.
Further controversy was stirred when former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen revealed an uncomfortable truth about the Mayweather versus McGregor fight. Sonnen claimed the event wasn't as financially successful as it appeared, alleging that many of the arena's seats were deliberately left empty and later filled with people dressed to make the crowd look full. Covering the event live, Sonnen criticized the deceptive optics crafted by Mayweather's promotional team. He recalled how he was told the fight had sold out, yet what he saw in person told a different story. When his own mother attended the event, it only confirmed the illusion, despite the fight being hyped as a record-breaking.
Trust the news? There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't it's pretty much full. There's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so well.
All anybody's talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big a draw is, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring
it's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.